uh, Seeing the comments, wondering where I was in the last 3 minutes. That's funny. How are you guys? Maybe he got a shiny Caterpie. I think that's been the best reason for me being late to anything I have seen so far. I'm late to my own stream because I caught a shiny Caterpie. I love it. Good morning, everyone. I literally did just wake up. I have my coffee in hand, and I'm ready to go. It is 8:30 in the morning for me. Gotta be honest, that's minimum 2 hours earlier than I usually wake up. Life of a YouTuber, as I'm sure a lot of you know, I'm usually up editing. I wasn't up working last night until like 2 a.m. So I'm pretty tired, but also pretty excited. We start this half an hour early to give me time to wake up, talk to you guys about rumors, suspicions, going-ons around the internet before this thing starts. Also, the Nintendo Live event, it does always start half an hour early. Like right now, the stream has started. The Nintendo stream is live. It's just nothing is happening. Nothing will happen until closer to 7 a.m. PT, which is 9 a.m. here. Do you believe the Grinch leak? I do not. But here's the thing. I could be wrong. And I'm not saying that I know everything. If you guys watched my video where I talked about that leak and how I thought it was... Yeah, I actually legit do have bed hair. How I believed it was fake purely based on like what I had been told. Like, trust me... Like, I like the look of that leak so much. Like, I would have fallen for that leak just as bad if it wasn't for the fact that I have constantly gone to my contact and been like, dude, it feels real. And they keep saying, dude, it's not. It's not. Like, everyone he knows and everyone they know keep telling him it's fake. It's just not real. And so whether I want to believe it or not, it keeps getting shut down by everyone I know at Nintendo and everyone involved in Nintendo. The Grinch leak was like, for those that don't know, I don't even know what I would bring up to show you. But for those that don't know, that when that leak that came out for the Smash Brothers characters, the 7 new ones that I talked about in my video, and that you just might have seen if you haven't seen my video, you can actually see behind it what looks like images of the new Grinch cartoon, I guess. And the same studio that's working on these animations are working on the Grinch animations, which gave it even more legitimacy. But again, if that is actually what you're seeing there behind those images, whoever was behind this leak obviously is really good at making things look fake if it is fake. So it wouldn't have been all that hard to realize that this company is working on another thing and then just kind of plant that image behind the other image you're faking. It's not beyond reason to think that someone would do that if it was fake, but hey, I would be happy for it to be real. I mean, because it would mean we'd get Banjo and I would get Ken. Although Ken was already rumored. It was Ken and Incineroar, is that how you pronounce it? I'm not fresh. I'm not current up to date on my new Pokemon. But it was a new Pokemon. I believe it's pronounced Incineroar, but I could be wrong. And Ken as a Shadow Fighter for Ryu. That was already strongly rumored to be happening. So if we see those two right now in this direct, I wouldn't be surprised. But everything else is... Whenever I see a leak like that, and this isn't the first one, this is the best leak we've seen. If it's fake, this is the best fake leak we've seen. But this is not the first time we've seen leaks. We've seen images on the internet before. We've seen like lists leaked on 4chan before. We've seen like people with somewhat credibility leaking in big lists of new Smash characters, and so far they've all been wrong. So far, every time it's been wrong, and every time people have fallen for it, which is why even more of a reason why I'm hesitant, because I remember there was one that I almost wanted to fall for because the list was just so perfect. But that's what always gets me now is if the list is that perfect, if you've got things on there that everyone wants, like Shadow the Hedgehog and Banjo and Geno from Mario RPG, that's when I start to look at it and I'm like, if I was going to make a fake and I wanted it to get trending on YouTube or trending on the internet, these are the characters I would probably pick because it's going to send people crazy. That's another thing that makes me think, yeah, it's maybe if it was like 2 or 3 characters leaked and one of them was cool and 2 of them was like Mac Rider's cool, but it's not like everyone's screaming for it. You know, and Ken, then I would have been more like, well, you know, honestly, even if this is been faked, these probably will actually happen. So, but 07 of them, I don't know. In saying that, I could be wrong. I don't want to sit here and be like, no, definitely not gonna happen. You guys are stupid for thinking it, and then sit here through this 40-minute direct with egg on my face because it all happened. I would love if it happened, and I'll get excited with you guys if it happens. Just telling you that I keep getting blasted for trying to believe it myself, so Sora for Smash. Oh jeez, I have that like morning mist about my entire face right now. We are 20 minutes away from starting, and I am very happy to keep talking rumors and suspicions with you guys. That's why we start this just a touch early. And if you guys want to throw any in the hat for me. Speaking of throwing things in the hat, we have a donation. 1 donation equals 1 new Smash character, as you know. Robert Vara, thank you for that $4.13 donation. I can only assume that was to round out a number, unless you just felt like donating $4.13. And hey, I will not say no to an extra 13 cents. That 13 cents can buy me half a can of cat food. Thank you so much. Matthew Hennigan cannot go a single stream without donating, and without donating 50. Freaking frick. Good morning, Wooderson. Looking forward to the direct. Just woke up myself. I need caffeine. I completely hear you. I am currently suppling on the teat of of 20,000 ground up coffee beans. I don't know how many coffee beans go into a cup of coffee. Not 20,000. But thank you so much for that huge donation. I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to go ahead and sip this coffee before I put it down. I'm going to go ahead and say that for $50, you get at least 5 new Smash characters. So thanks to you and Vara. Why did it close that out? Stupid. It's supposed to leave it on top. Thanks to you, Robert Valor, and now PJ with a $2.99 donation. The patents. Was that confirmed, though? Was the patents confirmed? Which patent? Actually, I did hear about this, but I didn't know if that was actually confirmed. Which patents did Nintendo take out? Because if they took out Banjo, for example, I would honestly say that it's more likely that Banjo patent was taken out for the 64 Mini. But I do not know what patents were taken out. I heard about it, but the fact that I heard about it and I didn't see anyone cover it, like I don't, did Spawnwave cover it? Because if Spawnwave didn't cover it, I'm not gonna give it any legitimacy because he covers anything that looks halfway real. SKR224 donating 200 of a currency I do not know, but I appreciate it oh so much. And just like always when someone donates a large number in a foreign currency, I get really worried that it's that it's on the other end of amazing, and I'm just like, yeah, thank you. Often it equals out to like, you know, a standard donation. It's freaking awesome, but I'm always worried that it's like, well, that's actually like $10,000 American. You're gonna sit there and say thank you one time? I'm sure it's not, though. Thank you so much, SKR. I appreciate it immensely. And Spectacat with an Australian $2 that I can go and buy a sausage roll with, or a meat pie down at the local shops. Yo, how would you feel about Mega Man X playable? What do you mean? What do you mean? I love Mega Man X. Yeah, heck yeah. Play any day of the week. Did anyone tell me what patents were taken out? I'm sure someone did. Comments are going pretty fast. I appreciate you guys hanging out here. Make sure to smash that like button for me too. That would be awesome. I would really appreciate a smash on that like button. A smash for smash. I usually don't like saying smash, but when we're watching a Smash Direct, you have to smash for smash. Matthew Moose with $9.99 just out of Navy boot camp. And first thing I watched was your vids to catch up, wow, on everything Switch related and Nintendo related. Well, thank you so much, Matthew, both for your dedicated and hard work in the Navy. I couldn't imagine it. I get seasick. If I'm doing anything, it's going to be the Air Force. Not even the Army. I would be Air Force. I think Air Force is badass. Personally, because I like flying things, but Navy's really cool. I just can't handle the ocean. I'm so petrified of the ocean. So I'm so impressed by what you do. Or what you will do if you're in boot camp. I don't know how that works. But thank you, Matthew, for the donation. And Kaylee Phillips with another 413. Homestuck for Smash. Thank you, Kaylee. I think I am caught up. Fortnite is dying confirmed. I actually wouldn't be surprised at this point if Fortnite is starting to go down that other end. It's not going to die. Fortnite's strong. And Fortnite will be strong, and it's a really fun game, and I can see it just existing in some form for a very, very, very long time. But I feel like that peak hype is finally going down. I'm really glad they finally put out some kind of merch for it. I'm not going to buy any of it. I think it's cool it's in shops. But when you start getting a lot of merch for something and then you start seeing it in bargain bins, I don't know, something about that associates your brain with this trend is over. They didn't have merch for so long. So you didn't see the crappy merch on the shelves, and you didn't see the poor effort merch, you didn't see it in bargain bins. It didn't give you that illusion that this thing was maybe not selling anymore. I think not doing merch for the longest time might have been a good idea. $5 Australian from SpectaCat again? Was that? That's the same. That was the same Australian donation as earlier, right? Yeah, SpectaCat coming back in with more Australian donations for more meat pies. You want to buy some Milo instead? I mean, Mega Man X for Smash. Okay, here's an extra 5 for the confusion. You didn't have to donate for the confusion. Yeah, I mean, I would be down. I'm happy with the Mega Man we have, but I will take as much Mega Man. Maybe just a skin. I don't know. But I'll take it. I'll take it, and I'll love it, and I'll be a part of it. We have 15 minutes left before this thing starts. And I don't think I saw anyone tell me about the patents that were taken. Because I don't think many people know. Because I don't think it was a very strong rumor. Or a very strong a thingamajig. Nintendo George, you are my favorite YouTuber. Nintendo George is not my favorite YouTuber. I wish he was. But that's what he said, and I appreciate it. July B with €2, I want to say. Your opinion on Metroid expansion for Starlink. As in, like, if that was a thing, because I definitely haven't heard it, so my opinion on it existing is I do not believe that's a thing. I don't think they'll waste a possible Metroid collaboration on Starlink. Metroid and spaceships, they kind of do go together now I think about it. I don't really think about spaceships when I think about Metroid, but she does fly around a spaceship, so I would definitely play it, but I am happy with just having Star Fox in the game, and I don't want to have to fight in my own mind between do I play as Samus today or Star Fox today, and I've already finished the game, so it doesn't really even matter. So no, I would rather they did not do that. Ubisoft at this point, they've worked with Mario for Mario and Rabbids. They've worked with Star Fox with Starlink, and they did an amazing, incredible job with both. 2 of my favorite games, actually, out of the last year and a half or whatever it's been. So I would love to see them tackle Metroid, but in its own sense. Like, Mario and Rabbids made sense for the genre. Starlink and Star Fox made sense for the genre. I would love to see Ubisoft tackle Metroid as well, in some other genre more akin to Metroid. It would be really cool. Some first-person shooter aspect. Wow, donations are just coming in like crazy right now. Jacob Harley with the $5, who said, I don't know what to say. You don't have to know what to say, and you might find something to say later on in this, I got hair in my mouth, in this Smash Direct, when news of new characters and and the single player mode, whatever the single player mode is, starts pouring in. I'm really excited to find out what that is. MR with $20 to add to Matthew Muse. Congrats on getting out of Navy boot camp. Fellow Navy vet here, just got out in August. Good luck to you. Would love Gino and Banjo. Love your channel. Everyone would love Gino and Banjo. Trust me, I would love Gino and Banjo. And I think the best possibility you have out of those two is Banjo. And I'm loving all these Navy veterans and Navy boot campers and Navy people coming out of the woodworks right now. It's awesome. You guys are freaking amazing. Part of me is jealous of what y'all do. When growing up, I always thought of going into the Air Force, as I said. I always thought it'd be a really cool, just rewarding thing to do. Unfortunately, I also wanted to be a police officer. Like, just that whole aspect of helping people, I guess, helping my fellow man and being a part of the community and just being a part of, like, doing more, I believe is just a really awesome thing to do with your life. Sadly, I just really hate to say it, but I'm just really lazy, and I never got around to studying for it. I never got around to applying for anything, and I just kept working my 9 to 5 until I started making YouTube videos in my spare time, and here I am. But I was really close to applying for a police school. But yeah, really a huge respect for what you guys do. Savannah with a $10 donation in Streamlabs. My class let out early, so I'm ready for this direct. Studying speech pathology. Damn, you guys, man. You guys living your insanely interesting lives. Speech pathology. I wonder what that entails. I wonder if that kind of entails essentially what I had growing up, which was speech therapy. I'm assuming that's something that maybe that could lead into. I don't know. I doubt it. Maybe I'm just being stupid. I had speech therapy growing up because I couldn't pronounce my S's or my R's or like the TH sound together, like in that. I was completely messed up. I would say think, I would say think, and the S sound, like if it was like saw, I would say for, and then the R's, I couldn't say R, it was like were, I would say were. So if something was like raw, I would say war, or like rabbit, I would say wabbit. So I was like literally so messed up. Like, I'm so glad I went to speech therapy, because can you imagine trying to do a YouTube channel if, oh God, like this is the theoretically how bad I was. It was really just the worst. Like, man, if you have speech issues like that still, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of you. That's literally how I sounded. It was rough. Smash that like button for Smash. You are correct. Eagle Gaming. 1 donation equals 1 new Smash character. So I think we're up to like 17 new Smash characters right now. I think Metroid game can be like Space Hulk. I haven't played Space Hulk, but thanks for that donation, and I'll file that request with Ubisoft. We are 9 minutes away. I am excited. Let's make sure that my sound is coming through crystal clear. Let's go ahead and play something here. Okay, that seems to be working just fine. Actually, I'm on Nintendo's YouTube, and I saw the download October 11th. I legit haven't seen this before. Is this like a new thing they're doing? Is this a new thing they're doing, or am I just like so out of it that I never even realized they did something called the download, where they highlighted some things you can download now? It's pretty cool. It's a bunch of games I already knew about, but that's pretty cool. I don't know how I hadn't seen that before. Literally just watch your This Is Me video. Honestly hope you're filling up that 5% of that last 5% of happiness. Yeah, I'm feeling even so much better since I made that video. Life is definitely good. I don't know what I was trying to say. Getting better, I guess. Taking a turn for the good. Yeah, everything's coming together. It's nothing's falling apart anymore. Everything just seems to be going good. So Waluigi confirmed, please. I am a strong believer that Waluigi is still going to happen. And thank you, Zach's Unicorns, for that $2 donation in Super Chat. And also PJ for that $2.99 in Super Chat. New trademarks, Golden Sun, Rhythm, Heaven, and Banjo. Thank you, finally, someone for elaborating on those. Again, Banjo, I could see being N64. Golden Sun, I could see them just wanting to make a new game. Riven Heaven, as soon as you start getting 3 of those from the league, that's when I start getting really skeptical, and that's when I message my contact, and I'm like, hey, what do you think of these patterns? I'm just going to stick to my guns and say that I still don't believe it. I'm going to be as hyped as anyone else. As far as the Grinch leak, I've already talked about that and how it wouldn't have been hard to figure out that the same company was working on that and to plant that. Like, if it was fake and you're planting things already, easily that could just be a plant as on top of the plant. It said YouTube crashed there for a second. Are we good? Are we good? Like 5 minutes out, I had a little stutter. Gotta admit, don't like that. Can you still hear me right now? As anyone else. I'm going to be as hyped. Just trying to watch my own stream to see if I sound good. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I alive? Am I dead? Someone tell me if I'm good. Okay, I mean, half of y'all saying I'm good, half of y'all saying I'm dead. Now's the time to let me know, because we only got 5 minutes left. It's telling me my stream health is good, it just looks like I had a little stutter. Sounds good, looks good. If it looks bad, tell me now, because I can lower the bit rate. And we can come back. Alright, you're telling me I'm good. I'm trusting you guys. I'm gonna watch my own stream though, just to make sure. Okay. Coffee. Oh my god. Is it back or not? Okay, I'm back. And I honestly did miss everything that happened so far, but it looks like Ken and Into the
Hailing
Raw
from the Street Fighter series,
are in it.
Ryu's rival Ken joins as an Echo Fighter. In his original game, Ken could be considered Ryu's Echo Fighter. Though perhaps you could say Luigi is the original Echo Fighter. But let's get back to Ken. Ken has been distinguished from Ryu over the years.
So is everything
but the
looking
Ken you'll
sound
see
okay
this
now?
time is based on Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Here's how he'll differ from Ryu. His heavy Shoryuken turns up the heat. The shape of his Hadouken is different too. And his Tatsumaki Senpukyaku strikes opponents multiple times. Hell Wheel. Focus Attack. We've included lots of Ken's signature moves, such as his famous kicks, which change based on your command inputs. He's a bit faster than Ryu, and we've also incorporated other tweaks from recent titles.
I'm gonna shut
Just
up
like
about
Ryu,
it, and I just
he has
hope that
2
it's
final
working well.
smashes.
I'm sorry that the quality
First,
is
the
bad.
spinning
I don't know
uppercut,
what is going on
Shoryuken.
right now. My net
We've
is
made it look
great.
flashy, as
It's
it is
just
in the
being
Versus
a
series.
baby right now.
Execute a final smash near an opponent, and you'll
Spawn wave
instead
is lagging
perform a
too.
Shipujin
Well, then I'm fine. So right now we're seeing Ken, and obviously Incineroar. I'm glad I pronounced
now
it
for
correctly.
Our last new challenger, Incineroar.
Incineroar is obviously
It may be a Pokemon, but
Pokemon.
it mainly uses pro wrestling moves, and as such, its throws are a bit more powerful. Like a true pro wrestler, when one of its attacks
Which is fine,
successful,
and
it'll
Ken
pose
is
for the
also
audience.
cool. But I
Luckily,
think,
you can
I
cancel
honestly
out of these
believe,
poses at
right
any
off the
time,
bat
so they
here,
won't open you
that
up
leak
to
has been
additional enemy
disproved.
attacks.
Like, again, I'm happy to be
Its
wrong,
neutral special is called
but Ken
Darkest
and
Lariat.
Incineroar were the
It was
original
Incineroar's
two that were
signature move in
rumored.
the Pokemon Sun and Pokemon
That was
Moon
actually a
games.
strong rumor, and
Perhaps
here
it's
they
something
are.
of a red
And
cycle.
Incineroar was not in that
Its
leak we
up-special
just
is
got.
Cross Chop. You'll
So
leap up
unless-
and come rocketing back down.
I don't know. Why would Ken?
This attack
Why
can
would
be very
Ken be
effective,
here and
but if you mess
Incineroar
up,
be here,
it's easy to
and Ken was in the
self-destruct,
league,
so be
but
careful.
Incineroar wasn't in the league?
For its side
I hate to
special,
say it, but this
Incineroar
kinda
makes
seems like it's
opponents
fake
run
so
the
far.
ropes after a dashing grab. When they bounce back your way, press the button at just the right moment. If you're too early, you'll do a back body drop. Wait too long and you'll fail. Nail the timing and you'll pull off a powerful lariat. Its down special is Revenge.
We just got.
When damaged, Incineroar's burning passion comes to the surface, powering up its next attack. That's Incineroar's idea.
A lot of
on
you are
attack.
saying you see pixels,
And its final smash, Max Malicious Moonsault.
and it's a little laggy.
It's even faster
So what I'm gonna
and
really
fiercer
do
than the
quickly
Z-move it's based
is
on.
just adjust the bitrate while he's talking about Incineroar, so we don't miss anything.
We finally revealed all of the fighters you'll find in the game. This is the initial fighter select screen.
I told you.
There aren't very many at first.
He just
but
said that's
is
it.
the same amount as the original Nintendo 64 game.
He literally just said
And
that's
once you've
all of
unlocked
them.
them
That's
all-
all the characters.
It'll look like this. It may seem hard
That
to
leak
guess
was
where each
fake.
one's located, but they're sorted by number in the order they joined the series. I hope you'll enjoy battling with all 74 fighters on the roster.
I told you. I was willing to be ready for it to be wrong. But it was fake. It was a fake leak. Y'all gotta stop falling for fake leaks. That Ridley amiibo looks cool.
You may recall that we're creating amiibo in parallel with the game. Here's a look at the new amiibo figures. We determined that collectible
So how do
trophies
you
wouldn't
guys
be a
feel
great
about
fit
it?
for
How do
this
you guys
game.
feel about the fact that
Honestly,
there's not
they
no
were
Banjo,
really
no
difficult
Shadow,
to develop too.
no
That said,
Waluigi?
the Super Smash Bros. Series is one massive crossover at heart, and we want to create something more.
There's literally no
a way to enjoy
Waluigi.
characters other than fighters from a variety of video game worlds. Here's what we came up with. They're called spirits. And I don't mean the spooky kind. To put it simply, these spirit characters will lend a helping hand to your fighters, powering them up in battle.
Thank you, Heaven Holy, for that donation. Also, thank you to all the donations I missed. I'm sorry, I
In the
was
Super
so
Smash Bros.
frustrated.
Series, the characters are toys in the real world, but they are fighters in the
Kovacs,
world
warm
of
greetings from
imagination.
Canada. Thank you.
Returning to the real
PJ
world is
again.
an ongoing theme. In the imagination, you can battle impossible combinations of characters.
Tragic Toast, thank you for
In
the
this
5.
mysterious world, the unspeakable happens. Many beloved characters lose their physical forms.
Savannah probably
All of
already
them,
left.
except the fighters are turned into spirits, unable to return to the real world. This is a spirit. Fighters can join forces with spirits to enhance their powers. There's a massive amount of wildly different spirits.
He's an assist trophy, but that doesn't count. I always thought they were going to put him in the game.
Spirits. Standard spirits are dubbed novices. Stronger ones have the title advanced. Especially strong ones are called aces, and some are in a league of their own, legend. One primary spirit can be assigned at a time. A primary spirit's power will be added to the fighter who has it equipped. In some cases, these augmented fighters become extremely powerful. If a primary spirit has enough available slots, you can assign them support spirits.
The spirit gets spirits?
While primary spirits enhance fighter stats, support spirits lend them additional skills. Once the primary spirit and support spirits are set, your fighter's all powered up. The main way to acquire spirits is to win spirit battles. You'll find a variety of spirits lined up on the spirit board. Choose the one you want to battle for. When you do, you'll face off against a fighter whose abilities and personality are kinda sorta similar to the opposing spirit. In the case of the Lakitu and Spiny spirit, you'll battle against Iggy Koopa and a group of small red Bowsers. Iggy's riding high in his Koopa Clown car, of course. Here are some examples of other battles you can expect.
It's interesting. I'm kind of confused by it, I'm not gonna lie. Just makes him taunt a lot. I'm trying to figure out what all this means. I just don't really... I'm not really like 100% on board with the concept. 3 hedgehogs. So it's like an ability you activate? So befuddled by this. I mean, that was just an item in one of the games.
Hit the puppet fighter to acquire the spirit within. Even if you accidentally hit the shield, the damage will carry over, so you'll have an advantage the next time you encounter that spirit.
I mean, that's kind of cool. The way you get them is kind of cool.
Primary spirits have strength based on their type. Attack is strong against grab. Grab is strong
Yeah, it looks like
shield,
you just
and
unlock
shield
it as you
is strong
play.
against attack. It's important to pick a spirit that has an advantage over your opponent. When you encounter traps like poison floors and slumber floors, be sure to prep yourself with an appropriate support spirit. Battle conditions offer hints before battle, so make sure to read them and form the right strategy. With spirits on your side, there are all kinds of things you can do. When you fight with a primary spirit equipped, it'll level up after battle. Or you can feed it snacks.
This is so weird.
Some spirits even have an enhanced form you can only unlock by leveling them up. You can also send spirits back to the real world.
It's
While
such
you
a
do
weird
have to say
mechanic.
goodbye to
Like,
that particular spirit, its core will stay.
I get it, but
And by combining
I
these
mean, I'll
cores,
probably
you
like
can
it once
summon
I'm
new
actually doing
spirits.
it.
You can also train spirits at dojos and the gym. Or send them off in search of treasure, which they'll bring back to you. These seem like unlikely teams of characters.
At least it's
but
something to
each
do.
team
I mean, yeah,
could
you're
be
not wrong.
somebody's
It gives you
dream
something to
come true.
do. Spirits are digital
Training
amiibos.
exploring continues to yield results, even while playing other modes, or after turning off the game. So if you send out your spirits, just let them do their thing.
The solo tab hasn't been revealed yet. I
Certain
imagine they'll
spirits
save
are known
that
as
till
masters.
whenever they
You
want
can
to talk
beat them
about
to unlock
it. Maybe like
facilities.
midway last. This really does not make me want to play. Yeah, it's
Spirits
interesting
can
they
also be
started
used
by
to power
shutting
up
down
amiibo
any
figure
possible
players.
new characters for the rest of the event, so we already know there's not going to be
You
any
must
more
bid them farewell,
reveals.
but you can
And then they
repeat the
immediately
process
dived
multiple
into
times.
these little, whatever they called them, spirits.
It's one great big collection of characters from many different series.
But I mean, it's fine,
But just
it's fine,
how
it's
many would you guess there are?
It's kind of like collecting trading cards almost in the game. They just happen to do something. I'm on
Whenever you
board with
fight
it.
against the spirit, the final smash meter is enabled.
Probably fine, but it's kind of boring. I think that's kind of how I
Fill up
feel.
your gauge at a
But it's
faster
fine.
rate.
I mean, we're all already getting the game anyway. This is just for those that want to watch more
Another
about
way to
it.
put it, the spirit system lets you simulate battles between characters from more series than ever before. You can enjoy
People
many
can't get it
unbelievable
online.
combinations and
Did he
situations.
say it's for solo mode?
The power of enemy and ally spirit teams is displayed here. Of course, stronger spirit teams make it easier
I
to
don't
defeat weaker
like
spirits.
every time it cuts
The
to
more your
the
power
spirit
overshadows
screens.
theirs, the less
It
you'll be
looks
rewarded.
really like
It pays to have a fair fight.
poor layout quality, like the.
While assembling a team, press the Y button for a recommendation that has
That's
a type
just-
advantage
I don't
against
know.
the opposing spirit team. The game will recommend support spirits who can help out with certain conditions. Keep that
Like
in
someone in
mind.
the chat says it looks mobile gamey, and it kind of does. Like this screen kind of looks like a mobile game.
You can also fight against other players who are using spirits. Given the way spirit types interact in battle, think carefully when building your team. Or balance your strengths in a 2-on-2 battle.
See, I hope it's not a necessity though, because I don't want to bother with all of that while I'm. I just want
The
to.
game lets you battle
fight.
together with friends via local wireless, or take the fight to the world with online play. To connect two Nintendo Switch consoles, press the DR button to pull up the dashboard
Oh, so
and select
Spirits was
local
the
wireless.
solo mode. So you were right, whoever said that.
There's
that
no
was
longer
the
a need to
solo
separate
mode.
the online modes into for fun
So wait,
and for
is there
glory.
a solo story mode or
Instead,
not?
Matchmaking is based
Or just
on
a
three
mode where you
factors.
collect spirits?
For online battles, you can set your preferred rules.
I'm confused.
These rules can be pre-registered.
It has
so you
no
can
story
quickly
mode?
select your favorite playstyle. Before battle, one player's preferred rules will be chosen at random. and
So
all
right off
players
the
will
bat
fight
here,
using those
they've
rules.
shut down
You
any
can
new
also choose
characters
not
and
to
said
set
they're
any
done.
preferred rules
And
let
there's
the
no
others
solo
decide
mode.
instead. If possible, the matchmaking system will find players with similar preferences and link them up
Not
for a
exactly what I wanted. But I
battle.
mean,
Global Smash Power is
there's
being
still
factored
30
into
minutes left.
matchmaking,
We'll see where
but
this
it's still
goes.
used as an
Actually, there's only
online
20
leaderboard
minutes
as well.
left.
A high GSP score, such as 100,000.
I need to stop this
means you've
direct.
got
They're
more points than
unselling it.
99,999
I do think they've done
other
too
players.
much on it. Like, I
Your
think they've
GSP
done
will
too much
change
for
as
their
the
own
total
good.
population of players increases or you're overtaken. If you're yearning for a challenge, try increasing your global
I think
Smash
they've just
power so
shown
that
way
you'll
too
naturally
much of
end
the
up
game.
with some
I think
more
if they had
serious
just put the
opponents.
game out
By
like
the way,
minus
you
2
can set a
directs
GSP
ago, it
score
would have
for
left
each
a lot
fighter.
to mystery, and people
Fighters
would have
you
already
haven't
had the
used
game
yet
in their
will be
hands and
assigned
been like,
placeholder GSP
there's no
based
story
on the
mode, but
highest
let's
score
just
you've
play.
set
Let's
with
just
one
do
of
some
the other
fighting.
fighters. If
I
you
think they've just
repeatedly
shown off
self-destruct
way
on
too much
purpose,
of
you
it.
could face a penalty. like being disconnected.
thought Ronda Rousey
so
would
please
be in
don't
it.
do that.
I'm still gonna love it and enjoy it, and I
As
can't
with
wait
any
to pick it
multiplayer
up.
game, a stable
But I
connection
feel
is
like I have
very
nothing
important.
to look forward to
For
anymore.
this reason, the matchmaking system will prioritize
One of my favorite
shorter
parts
distances
of
between
any
players.
Smash, of
So
every
even if you
Smash,
set your preferred rules,
was
please
unlocking
understand that we
characters and
can't
having the
promise
little
you'll always
black
be matched accordingly.
outline of the characters show up and me not knowing
As
who
such,
it was.
we'd
and
appreciate it if you could
now-
make your connection as stable as possible.
Now I'm
A
going
wired
to
LAN
know.
cable is recommended. We've prepared a variety of other features for local wireless and online.
Ugh! Excuse me? It's
Once
recommending
your
buying a
global Smash
LAN
power is
cable
high enough,
accessory?
you can enter elite battles.
Ugh! What?
When you reach this level, feel free to pat yourself on the back. You're
I
good.
really do
period.
feel ill. What did I
After the
just
game
see?
releases,
What
we may
year
adjust
is
the
it?
game balance, and the team will definitely pay attention to the results of these elite battles.
I'm in shock. What year is it?
Everyone
Am I
who
the
plays
only one
online
that
needs
finds
their
that
own
weird?
Smash tag. If you beat a fellow player, you'll receive their Smash tag. But it's not like you'll lose your
Didn't
Smash
the
tag
Wii
even
have a
if you
LAN
lose battle.
adapter?
You simply gain more tags as you win. Try to collect lots of Smash tags.
They recommend getting a
You
LAN
can select short
adapter?
messages and send them before and after battles
Oh my
using
God.
the directional buttons. Freely choose from a wide selection of varied
Whoa,
preset
my God.
messages.
I'm paying for an online service now
After you've
that
chosen a
can't
fighter,
even
you
do
can enjoy
online
other
well
modes
enough that
while
I
you
have
wait
to
for
go
the
out
battle
and
to
buy a
begin.
LAN adapter for my Switch.
Not every mode will be available while matchmaking runs in the background, but you can
A
leave and
horrible,
enter some game
ugly LAN adapter. I don't even have a LAN.
Spectator
I
mode
don't even
returns
have
once
like
again,
a
so
net
you can watch
cable.
other players' battles.
I don't even have one.
Maybe you can
Period.
pick up some good
So I'm
tips
gonna go have to buy one now. And I definitely don't have
Form
one
a
that'll
two-player
reach my
team and play
office
together
from where my
online
router
with a
is.
Single Nintendo Switch system. You'll be paired up
It'll be
against
fine
two-player
in
teams
the
with same
TV
setup.
room, but
When you want to play online, you can create a special type of room to fight other players.
wow,
if
this
you
is
set the rules
rough.
for one of these battle arenas, you can fight against your
Oh
friends.
god. Alright, it's
Here,
fine.
there are
I'm gonna
spots
keep
where you can join the battle, wait in
No
line,
new
or even
characters.
spectate.
no solo mode. You need a LAN adapter to
It all
play.
depends where you place your token.
Give me more. Give me more.
When you're in a battle arena, this should come
I haven't
in
even
handy.
been listening since LAN adapter. Oh, I'm so
With
glad.
the Nintendo Switch Online app, you can voice chat with others in battle arenas. It may become an essential tool for some players.
They said it's recommended. You don't need it. It's
We
just
are also
recommended.
developing a free service
Which means
for
it
Super
probably
Smash
runs
Bros.
like most of their other
Ultimate, and we're
games.
naming
Horrible.
it Smash World. Instead of focusing on stats like win-loss records, we're allowing players to post gameplay videos, watch them, and more. Once the service starts, we'll offer regular updates so you can post to your heart's content. Next, I'd like to change topics and talk a little about assist trophies that will support your fighters in battle. Do you know which characters come from which games?
Yeah, I'm familiar. So how much is the LAN adapter? Does anyone know for sure? Like if you bought a new LAN adapter, how much it would cost? Wow, if they're putting Fatal Frame in as an assist trophy, can we please get that game ported over? There you go, everyone. That's where the leak came from. That's why they renewed the patent, because he's an assist trophy. Which means we'll probably see Shadow as an assist trophy. I wonder if we'll see Banjo. I doubt it. I really feel like Banjo... I feel like the Banjo patent was for the N64 Mini. Yeah, I want Fatal Frame on Switch. Wow, they put Springman as an assist trophy and not a fighter. I feel like that's a misstep right there. I gotta start writing notes down of all of this, because I have a lot to say right now. Hey, that's nice. Kind of becoming
That was nothing.
Street Fighter a little bit. Oh, what? That's cool. I used to love Virtual Fighter games. Virtual Fighter, right? Yeah. I used to love Virtual Fighter. I played that blocky version when I was a kid.
The total number of assist trophies is now 59. Actually, they outnumber the Pokemon this time. Assist trophies who can be KO'd can also be defeated by the fighter who summoned them just before they're KO'd. That way, you won't lose a point to the other player. Now, I'd like to cover a variety of other features in the game. If you want to review the controls or game modes, press the ZR button to open the dashboard and look in here. There are all kinds of helpful guides to check out.
According to Nintendo, you need the Switch LAN, and it's 50, so you don't need it, it's recommended, but honestly, if they're recommending it, that's probably going to mean that the online is going to run like crap. It's going to be really laggy if you're doing it wirelessly. Like, essentially all of their games are not that great online, and this is a fighter. Like, you need a fighter to run well, to be precise, or else it's just going to be infuriating.
The currently available fighters will appear endlessly. You can save the replay data of your battles. And now, you can create videos with it. There's also a menu where you can read those quick tips and tricks you see during loading screens. When viewing them, you can sort by category or fighter.
Why do we pay for online?
Complete challenges.
I still don't know at this point.
This time, each page is sorted by category, and the layout looks more like a comic book. Press the button to check out each picture. Enjoy! The records menu tracks your battle history. There are 5 different options. You can view
we don't need to know how the help
separately
option
for offline
works.
and online.
I know, they went into so much detail about this game, they even explained the
Trade in
help
smash tags
option.
to score some in-game gold.
I'm gonna say that in my video. Like, I think we're at the point where it's a little bit too into
Gold
every
can be
detail.
exchanged for music tracks, spirits, and items for spirits mode. If you're collecting music, I recommend visiting the shop to find the ones you want, instead of just relying on challenges. You can enter the options menu by pressing the ZR button to open the dashboard.
This is what happened to keeping secrets, man. What happened to things being like you're playing and something just pops up and you had no idea, like a character you didn't know about,
I know this
or
is very
unlockables
important
you
to
didn't
some
know
of you.
about.
For example, the voices of Pokemon are different in several languages. The fighter names are also specific to each language.
I mean, it's kind of like Sakurai's just showing off at this point.
These options were highly requested and well worth the effort.
Damn, they put a lot of work into it though, for real.
TV
It is
mode
kind of
and handheld
impressive.
mode have separate settings
It's
for
very
brightness
impressive.
and sound. They'll change automatically when you dock and undock, so be sure to set both. We've implemented a radar that displays the locations of all fighters.
They're
You can
going into
change
all
its
the
settings,
options like
including
screen
size.
brightness and stuff.
While it's limited to wireless and online play, you can make your teammates semi-transparent so you don't get distracted. If you're fighting against a friend on the same system, you can adjust the strength of your fighters. Sometimes a player is just too good, and you want to take measures to ensure it's a fair fight.
I mean,
If
that's fair.
the case, try using this feature.
I
When
kind of
custom
like
balance
that
is
feature
adjusted, a
because I
symbol
feel like
will be
I'm always
displayed.
better than everyone. Could give
Of
them an
course,
advantage.
this feature is not available during wireless and online battles. You can customize your Mii fighters and change their outfits. In addition to the voice options, there are a variety of outfits to choose from.
Breaking news: there are sound settings.
Speaking of Mii fighters, let me introduce you to some new outfits we added in.
Yeah, this stuff is not necessary. We could discover this on our own. Kind of looks like Deadpool. Oh wow, they look derpy. It's kind of cool that you can sort of make your own Squid Ink characters though. You couldn't put in a ribbon girl? Does anyone actually use Mii characters? Like, hands up if you regularly, your go-to is a Mii character. Like, I'm not judging. The toy concept's cool. They should have made that an actual character.
Anyway, there's something I should point out. As I said, we've revealed all of the fighters you can find in the game.
Oh.
But there are even more coming post-launch.
Got me excited for a second.
While we've already implemented a huge roster of fighters, this is the Super Smash Bros. Series, which means we're leaving the opportunity open to add in more fighters as paid DLC. Since we already included every fighter from the past games, that means there are no more fighters to include unless we develop new fighters from scratch. And we're not talking about Echo fighters. We'll be developing and selling sets that will include one fighter, one stage, and multiple music tracks. The price for each set is expected to be $5.99. At the same time, we will offer the Fighters Pass. That's 5 fighters, 5 stages, and all of their music tracks. When creating something like the Fighters Pass, ideally, we should reveal what's included before it becomes available for purchase. However, please allow us to offer this pass before we're ready to reveal its contents. I hope only those who are confident in its value will purchase it. Again, the price is $24.99 for all 5 sets. Now that we've finally confirmed the development of this DLC, please know
You don't really make a saving there at all. That's the same price, is it not? Is my math that bad? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25?
I ever get to take a break.
Thanks for the saving, Nintendo.
By the way, here's one purchase bonus you'll get with the Fighters Pass.
You couldn't make him a character?
Based on Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Jeez.
We decided which fighters to include when we started planning, so we couldn't add characters from titles like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which was announced after planning had started. I hope this outfit will help you feel like you're playing as Rex. We're also including some music from the Xenoblade Chronicles series. Give it a listen at Garo Plains sometime. Other Xenoblade Chronicles characters will also appear as spirits. We've yet to create any of the paid DLC, and we haven't locked down any release dates, but we'll start working on them as soon as we're finished with the main game. It may take around a year or so to finish releasing all the DLC. But on a separate note, we're currently developing something you'll get for free as a limited time offer if you buy the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game now. It isn't finished yet, but I want to give you a special sneak peek.
Interesting. Waluigi? Why does he look so angry? So is this one of the DLC characters? You said you hadn't started work on anyone yet. Is there really a freaking piranha plant before Waluigi? Is there really a piranha plant before Waluigi? Is that a thing?
That's right. Piranha Plant will take root in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and not as an assist trophy, but as an actual fighter. It can spit poison, fire off spiky balls, and perform long-range
Wait, am I
attacks.
paying $5
This
for
tricky
Piranha
character
Plant?
full
Is that
of
what you're
surprises.
telling me?
Its final smash is PD Piranha. If you get caught in the cage, well, let's just say it won't end well for you. Piranha Plant is scheduled for completion after the launch of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
That's your first paid
We've
DLC
gotten a little
character,
head start on
Piranha
it,
Plant.
but it probably won't be ready until a couple of months after launch. Please stay tuned. Remember, Piranha Plant is a free, limited-time
Oh,
offer.
it's free.
For the physical
Okay.
version of the game,
That's
you only
right.
need to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
through
yeah.
the
That's
My
right.
Nintendo
That's
Gold
fine
Point
then. I mean,
registration
it's
process to receive
it's
it.
still
I hope you'll
strange.
consider pre-ordering.
It's still strange that
We're
that
also
was
creating an
before
amiibo. It
Waluigi,
has a
but at
nice
least it's
curved
free.
form to it.
At least it's free.
Later today, you'll be
I
able
forgot
to
he said
pre-purchase the
that. I
game
was so
after finishing
taken
this
back by the
Nintendo Direct.
plan.
I hope you'll go to Nintendo eShop or Nintendo.com before you forget. I have an announcement for everyone watching this in North America. On our official site, you can find information for a variety of upcoming hands-on events. Participants will have a chance to try out all 74 fighters, so please check out the website to find out where we'll show up next, and more. That's it for the last Nintendo Direct for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate before the game launches. But before we go, I should mention that the adventure mode in this game is nothing like what we came up with for the Subspace Emissary. That said, what exactly caused all these characters to lose their bodies and transform into spirits? I'll show you how it all begins and leave the rest to your imagination. Okay then, please look forward to the game's release.
So what is this a story mode now?
Don't let a single one get away!
That's cool.
We'll each need to take down about 10.
Stow your fear. It's now or never.
We'll win this. I know we will.
Did Thanos click his finger again? Like, what is going on right now? Was that, Solid Snake in his box? Wait, did Kirby get away just then? Seriously, this is like Thanos snapped his finger in the Smash Brother universe. Oh, he did get away.
Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past
It's all up to Kirby to save everyone.
Torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken. the storms of change, they fan the flames, scattering ashes to the wind. Every soul contains a whisper of light, gleaming faintly as it dwindles from sight. No escape, no greater fate.
So there is a solo mode. The spirits mode is a solo mode.
Weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul.
It's weird though. I can't really get a grasp on how it works, but it's there and it looks cool. That last little bit there kind of left me speechless because I was not expecting. After I figured after the start we were pretty much told there was no solo mode, and it looks like that's incorrect. It looks like there actually is a solo mode of some kind, where you play as Kirby initially, but I'm sure unlock more characters as you go, saving them because they all got wiped out by Thanos. So that looks interesting. I mean, we wanted a solo mode and we got it, and it's a pretty cool concept. I hope there's more cutscenes, like the quality of that first cutscene that goes into the story, and it's not just one at the start, like one at the end kind of thing. But hey, it's something. It's something. It's more than what we got last time. The whole game as a whole is really impressive. The amount of stuff that they've done with it is really impressive. I feel like this direct was not necessary. They could have taken that solo mode and shown us that in the last one, and everything else we didn't really need to know. There was some stuff that was kind of disappointing. The LAN adapter is Ooh, if that is 50, someone said that was 50. Let me look that up real quick. Nintendo Switch LAN adapter. You can buy a Hori one for 30. I don't see an official Nintendo one. Or is the Nintendo one just a Hori one? Yeah, it looks like so it's 30. So that's quite a lot, honestly. If they're recommending it, if the connection isn't going to be that strong, it's going to be like stuttery, and it's not going to be worth playing online without the LAN adapter, you're kind of adding on $30 to your purchase plus tax right there. So that takes Smash up to almost a $100 game, which is... it's kind of rough. Yeah, this direct was not necessary. I'm still very excited for the game. Like, nothing is going to change that. It's still amazing what they've done with it. I just think they've shown way too much of it. Going into the options and how the help menu works, I feel like a lot of it wasn't necessary. And it kind of ruins a lot of the surprise from playing the game. I don't know. I really like Smash. I really like unlocking characters and being surprised when they pop up. Like, oh, he's in the game. But I mean, it's 2018, and I guess it is what it is. Everything's ruined these days. But yeah, I'm really excited to pick it up and play it. Yeah, a lot of interesting information in this direct. Don't know if it was necessary. What do you guys think? I'm glad the leak was fake because it kind of it gives me legitimacy in saying that it was fake. It's crazy how these leaks get people so easily. This one was a good one. It was really real looking. Obviously that pattern, the patterns that came out for like the Golden Sun was for the assist trophy. But yeah, it's really interesting. There was no Shadow the Hedgehog. I was expecting to see a Shadow assist trophy. As soon as I saw the Isaac assist, I was like, well, we're probably going to see all those characters as assist trophies. But no, it was just a very, very rumory, fakey rumor. This direct 9 out of 10. Interesting. Theories are kicking in. No Shadow, Waluigi, Banjo, Geno. DLC announcement was an actual joke. I mean, they were always going to do DLC. It was more of a way of letting you know, hey, DLC is coming. We're going to get more characters. And even letting us know how much the DLC is going to cost. Allowing us to buy it before we even see what we're getting. That is interesting, and it might be risky. I can see a lot of people being upset at what they ended up buying if they don't like any of the characters. I think it's an interesting idea that might lead to some controversy later down the road, but allowing us, just knowing, telling us that it's going to happen is one thing. Allowing us to buy it is interesting. Oh, Shadow was an assist? Okay, my apologies. I was probably talking while that happened. Well, then there you go. That's where all the rumors were coming from then. That's where that leak was coming from. So somebody knew. Somebody knew enough to know that they were working on something to do with Shadow, something to do with Ken, something to do with Isaac, and then jumped the gun and assumed they were all going to be playable characters, or just wanted the leak. They just wanted the clicks. They wanted that spot in the sun, I guess, that limelight, for a little bit there. Yes, you need online to play online. It's in the name. Yeah, you gotta buy the online. You gotta buy the LAN. You gotta buy the game. It's like they did for Mario Kart for Wii U. Why did Kevin Nash say... What did Kevin Nash... Oh no, my ATV. What do you think? I was gonna say, that's an interesting joke. Thank you for the $1 donation, Mr. Mendo. So Banjo is DLC? No, I don't think Banjo is going to be in the game personally. I mean, if he's DLC, that would be pretty awesome DLC. I think if they did license that pattern, I think it's more likely we're going to see that on the N64 Mini. Could be the reason why they licensed that pattern. Misdirect. If they didn't have enough time for Xeno, they didn't have enough time for Bowsette. When do you think we'll see the N64 Mini? I thought they were going to try and get it out for Christmas this year, but we're already in November now and we haven't heard about it, so... What if the Grinch leak was fake hype for the movie? That'd be an interesting. That would be an interesting. I'm gonna write that down. Maybe I'll talk about that. I hope Luigi is in the game. I think you'll be satisfied. I think they've got that one covered for you. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, I guess to summarize one last time before I go and make my video about it. Let me see my notes. Let me see my notes I wrote down. So, they started off, it looked like there was going to be no solo mode. Turns out there was. They just kind of, they went into all how the spirits worked, but they didn't really talk about how you get the spirits, and the spirits come from the solo mode or come from that adventure, or there's kind of, there is a story there of some kind. I couldn't really get a grasp on the story. There was a really awesome animation, obviously, to kick off the story mode. I'm kind of hoping there's more animations like that throughout, but I doubt it. Maybe just one big one at the end. So you go through and you battle shadow versions of these characters, kind of like what Dragon Ball Z Fighters did with their story mode, where you are fighting shadow versions of those characters of like Goku and stuff like that. So that's the solo mode. I'm excited for it, and there's something there. I just wanted something, and there it is. So I'm happy about that. That leak was obviously fake. The only 2 new characters we got is a Shadow Fighter for Ryu, which is Ken, and then Incineroar, which is the last new character. That I honestly knew that was going to be the case. I was going to remain skeptical. I didn't want to have egg on my face if I ended up being wrong. But everything was pointing towards that being fake. Everyone told me it was going to be fake. So I was believing it was going to be fake. Plus, Sakurai himself said they got a little overzealous revealing characters, and they said don't expect too much from now. So expecting 7 more characters would be expecting too much. So we got the last 2 characters. There's a free Piranha Plant character. If I'm guessing if you buy the game, or if you buy the game, and in a limited window after launch, you get a free character at some point. No Waluigi. Sadly, I know he was an assist trophy. I know they showed that way back at E3 or whenever it was, but I just felt like that was a fake out, especially when Sakurai had those 2 chairs behind him. I just felt like that was a huge fake out. Fatal Frame assist trophy I saw in there. I'm hoping that means they're aware a Fatal Frame has fans, and they port that Wii U game over to the Switch, because I never got to play that, so I'd love to play it. LAN adapter for the Switch recommended if you want to play online. That upsets me because half the time I'll probably be playing in my office here, so I'm gonna have to either buy a really long LAN cable, which at that point I'm buying a LAN cable probably for around $20. I'm buying a LAN adapter for around 30. I think I saw 30 online, so that I'm $50 in there. I have to pay for the online as well, another 20, which I already have done, but let's just go ahead and throw that in there, assuming you haven't done it yet, and buy the game. So you're looking at $130 to play this game online. It's kind of steep. If it wasn't Smash Brothers, I would say no way, Jose, am I getting this game. That's too much for me. But considering it's Smash, yeah, I know that I'm gonna go out and buy it. It's just a lot of out of pocket if you want to play this game as well as possible. Playing it as quality as possible, you're gonna have to spend probably a bit. I mean, that's if you need a LAN adapter. If you play right next to your router, you're not like me. It does add costs to some people. If I'm playing in my TV room, then I can just plug the LAN adapter straight into my router, and I'll only need a short little cord, and it won't be too bad. Sakurai with a $1 donation. Hope you're ready for Goomba or Smash DLC. And Ron with $7.50 donation. Thank you so much, Ron. I'm not into Smash at all. Only ever bought the N64 release, but after seeing story mode, I may give it a try again. Keep up the good work. Take care. Thank you, and have a nice day, Ron. I appreciate it. And yeah, overall, I'm really excited for this. I'm just going through the Direct as a whole. Going through all the options, like screen brightness settings, how the help mode works. None of that was necessary. They could have shortened this Direct by 10 minutes, not going into that. But I mean, it's whatever. They went into it. Who cares? I was sad to see Springman be just an assist trophy, because I've said from the start, there's a lot of licenses Nintendo has now that would have been really cool to see in Smash, and they ended up putting them in as assist trophies. And not assist, well, yeah, as assist trophies or as Mii characters. So we had Springman as an assist trophy and Spring Girl as a Mii outfit. I just think that would have been perfect. Again, I mean, that game came out over a year ago. I feel like they had enough time to develop those characters, but giving these characters a platform in Smash actually highlights them and can lead players to going out and trying those games. I feel like it would have been a good idea to boost maybe some ARM sales, because you got to imagine ARM sales is dead at this point. To boost up those sales a little bit, to bring some new interest into the series, it would have been a good idea to actually make it a character. Plus, he's already a fighter and his stretchy arms. It would have been really interesting to see him in Smash. And I feel like taking care of your Nintendo characters first, taking care of a character like Rex from Xenoblade and Springman from ARMS, it would be better to keep it at home with Nintendo content than to branch out and put in those weird and wacky characters like what's a weird one we've got recently from like a completely like irrelevant weird game that's not even like I hate to say like Ken, because Ken was actually a really cool addition, but really we didn't get like Springman before Ken from Street Fighter. But Ken's awesome, and I prefer to play as him, so it's a bad example, but you know what I mean. I can't think of one right now because my mind's blanking, but you know what I mean. What else did I write down here? So yeah, Labo. I thought it would have been really cool to put a Labo character in. Like, we had, like, Mr. Game & Watch. It's such a weird offshoot Nintendo franchise they put in. I thought having, like, a robot Labo character that transformed into, like, a toy car and all these, like, crazy things would have made for a really interesting character. But again, he's a me character. It's fine, but I mean, and again, they didn't have enough time after the Labo release to really work on something. But so that leak, we'll talk about that really quick, was fake. I know I said that a few times already, but the Grinch stuff was obviously just planted. That was really clever hindsight, knowing that people would latch onto that, knowing that company was working on Grinch as well. But the trademarks being licensed were obviously for Isaac, who is an assist trophy, and Shadow, who is an assist trophy, and yeah, I think that was all. Who else did they license? I don't know why Rhythm Heaven got licensed, because did we see them as an assist trophy? They probably are, whether we saw them or not. So I think that was everything I wrote down as like oh, this sucks or this is cool. Overall, I think the biggest takeaway I got from this is the story mode. I really wanted that, and we got that, and it's awesome. I was really excited for Ken. I'm glad we got Ken. So I'm still excited. Nothing has changed this for me. Like, I was already going to pick the game up. I'm still going to pick the game up. I just feel personally like the negative drawbacks to the event, like the LAN, like for me, the LAN adapter is a big thing because I don't know about you guys, but I have played a lot of Nintendo Online, and the only game that I haven't experienced too much lag in is Mario Tennis Aces. But even then, like the other day, now I'm paying for the online service, and I was kind of hoping it would be better. Like maybe a week ago from now, I was playing online with my friend in California, and we disconnected twice, and we lagged out once. But then, like 10 of our other games were like crystal clear perfect, but it's still one that every time still is frustrating. Like you'll be in the like that'll feel often, trust me, when you're in the middle of like intense fights, you're down to the last two characters, you just really want to get that win, and you lag out one in every 10 times or whenever it might be for Smash. It is frustrating. And even if it's a little laggy, it's a little delayed. Like I tried playing a fighter recently. I can't remember which one it was. Oh, I tried playing My Hero Academia. And that was great. It's a really fun game. I like it. But it is so laggy online. And having a fighter laggy online, especially when you've got like 4 or 5 characters like fighting in the same match, it's not what you want. So even if getting the LAN adapter is going to make it a little bit better, I'm going to want that LAN adapter personally. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, great, there's $30. Because I know I'm going to have to. Especially because as someone who does this as his career, I'm going to have to record footage. I'm going to need it. So it's just an expense that I don't want to go out and buy, but I'm going to have to. So that was the biggest drawback for me, finding out that, oh, now I have to buy this thing. But other than that, it was just more cool stuff in the game. It just maybe wasn't stuff that that we needed right now. I mean, I just don't feel like we needed the last 2 directs, but I hope the new Switch doesn't have, or I'm assuming you mean does have better online, and I'm sure a lot of us are hoping for better online. So every time I'm critical of these directs after they happen, people tend to think that I'm being a negative Nancy, and I'm not really. Because the thing is, we already know so much about this Smash, and we're already so excited for how awesome it is. So the only things you can really latch onto in these directs are the things that they are telling us these things beforehand to get us ready so we're not disappointed on the day. Like, hey guys, just so you know, a month early, you're going to have to buy a LAN adapter. Don't get to the store on the day and find out. So it's hard to watch them and not be like, "Meow," because that's kind of what they're doing. They're kind of setting you up for the, nah, So you get that now, so it's out of the way now. So when you start playing, you're like, all right, this is. I knew this. I knew this going into it. It's my own fault at this point. So. Smash bundle should come with a LAN adapter. You are not wrong. When is the treehouse? That's a good point. Isn't there supposed to be a treehouse? I did pause this immediately after. Maybe it started already. Oh, there we go. I could have had this playing the whole time. I'm not going to stream the treehouse anyway. You guys can go and watch the treehouse if you want. I'm going to go and think to myself for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Go ahead and tweet me any ideas you have, any questions or things you think I should talk about in my video, because I'm going to collect my thoughts for like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and then record some kind of video on it and get that up for you guys. So in the next couple hours, you'll hopefully see my thoughts on this direct in video form. Please make sure to check out that video. Smash like for Smash on that video and this one while you're here. But on that video, leave a comment on that video too. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to me yet. I love you all. You're all freaking amazing. You're amazing people. And I'm going to go and chill out. Thanks for hanging out today. You guys are the best. And I will catch you very soon. Goodbye. Thank you again.